Russia wants a ceasefire. Russia actually wants a ceasefire. And it's actually Zelensky who's not allowing a ceasefire to take place.
A meeting with President Erdogan was a chance to talk next steps and increase the pressure on the Russians.
Damn, Erdogan looks like shit, bro. He looks way older. He looks way older than before. God damn. How old is Erdogan now? Erdogan age 71 years old. Damn.
We can't really run around the world looking for him. I believe the United States and Turkey are currently feeling disrespected by Russia, in my opinion.
Bro, I'm gonna keep it a $1.50. I don't think Vladimir gives a shit about disrespecting Turkey right now. Okay? You know, after what Erdogan did, after the fucking shit Erdogan pulled in Syria at the behest of the United States of America's interest in the region, I don't think Vladimir cares about Turkey being a mediator in this conflict. Okay? That's it. There's only, I mean, you can give Ukraine all the Bayraktars on the planet, okay? And those Bayraktars could fucking rip through the Russian forces on the ground. But also, on top of that, when you turn around and when you dismantle a warm water port for your military, for your navy, by handing it over to American interests, I feel like, you know, I don't think Vladimir Putin cares that much about Turkey or hurting Erdogan's feelings.
I know nothing about a delegation. I haven't even checked. Look, nothing's going to happen until Putin and I get together, okay? And obviously he wasn't going to go. He was going to go, but he thought I was going to go. He wasn't going if I wasn't there. And
the girls, dude. The girlies. He wasn't going to go if I'm not going, so now I'm not going because he's not going. We're not going. Turkey no longer at the table. Guess where the table is, Turkey? Riyadh! Riyadh! That's where the table is, believe me. Vladimir, no, I told him, Vladimir, no. I used to call him Erdo Goat. Now I call him Erdo Nope.
And at the Kremlin, it was clear there was...
Like, he don't give a fuck, dude. That's the problem. Too many people are dying. Too many people are dying. It's like, yeah, he knows. I don't think he gives a shit. It just looks like he's very comfortable in his position currently. Like,
why is a ceasefire needed? To pump Ukraine up so it can prepare to negotiate from a position of strength.
There's nothing funnier than all of the fucking Z pushers being like, Russia wants a ceasefire. Russia actually wants a ceasefire. And it's actually Zelensky who's not allowing a ceasefire to take place. To now have to turn around and be like, actually, you know, obviously if a ceasefire took place, then Ukraine would have the capacity to re-up and rearm. Like, it's obvious that America has no interest in fucking re-upping and rearming Ukraine. Let's be real, okay? No, the real posture here is that Adolf Putler, or also known as Vladipoo, recognizes that he has the upper hand in these negotiations because the primary party, the primary negotiator here is the United States of America. And until the United States of America wants to mediate the conflict with Russia and China, there, you know, he could just sit on eastern Ukrainian territory and take advantage of the stalemate that took place, especially considering that America's ceasefire negotiations are, like, the terms of said negotiations are so fucking favorable to Vladimir Putin, so insanely favorable that the fact that he's not taking it, I assume, implies that he just, you know, he's just waiting out for something else. I don't know. Lavrov should retire. He's been working since the USSR was still a thing. He's so terrifying. I think there's a real advantage to using a Frankenstein's monster looking ass like Lavrov in these negotiations. You know what's really funny is every step of the way when I demanded a ceasefire, when I was criticizing the Biden administration for not coming to the table to engage with a ceasefire when Ukraine had a leverage, for example, what did the pro-Ukrainian accounts say? Every single time. All the liberals were like, Hassan, you're pro-Russia. Hassan, you're pro-Russia. Because if there is a ceasefire, all Russia is going to do is re-up and rearm. And now Russia is saying the same shit. What happened? What fucking happened? I'm telling you right now, 10 years down the line, if Zelensky is not dead, okay, or even someone close within his orbit is going to do a tell-all where they will say that during the Antalya peace talks, where there was a 15-point plan that was designed and was at the table, that it was the greatest mistake of Ukraine not to take that fucking peace talks, and that they didn't do it because they were urged by Western leadership not to take that plan, because Western leadership told them that they would funnel unlimited amounts of weapons and actually allow Ukraine to use those weapons and the targeting capabilities to be able to strike into Russian territory or something along those lines. That instilled false confidence very clearly at the time. They thought that they had an upper hand, and they thought that the Ukrainians were expendable and could be used to atrophy to diminish the Russian forces. Versions of this story have already been restated in the news time and time again, but people still say it's unconfirmed, unsubstantiated. It's fucking bullshit. Okay? That was my assessment, and every single pro-Ukrainian account and every single fucking drama farmer yelled at me for saying that this was the best, most advantageous moment for Ukraine, where it had maximum leverage. And everyone said, no, Ukraine can keep up the defense. Ukraine can actually purge all the Russians from its fucking forces.